All right, good morning. Trading 1218 here, just off the open 637. We've got a sell stop in below. We do think that after a 22-point move off the lows, that any breakdown here, we should at least test this pivot of 1209. There's a lot of support in that area, 1208 to 1214. So I'd be looking, if we broke down at that level here, to test here. Otherwise, just watching the top end right now. And we'll be back and see if anything happens here. 638 again, after a 22-point move, I'd rather sell up to that 1230 area right now, 1230 to 1240. That's the real magnet line on the 10-day chart. Otherwise, just kind of sitting still here on a expiration Thursday. Alright, again, we've got a sell stop in here for the next 15-20 minutes at 12:15.75. That's the only order I'm working, and we'll be back in a bit. I still think all that overnight action and the blow off here, there is a magnet still below us. Now, if we get over 1220, that's your stop, 1221 and change or so. But right now, you want to probably look for a move back down to that pivot area, 1209, 1211, if we break through here. All right, 1216.50, and again, we seem to be tipping over here a little bit. Volume is okay; it's not great. And again, after all the rumor mills overnight, and still the overall energy to the downside, and by that I mean, there's really no reason but for a bounce. We were definitely a little oversold, but you got to be careful chasing this to the upside just because we hit 1200. That trade has happened now, and if you didn't buy it last night, it's probably it probably needs a little reversion to the mean here even to go on. So there you go. We've just gotten short 1215.75. We're going to probably add a little bit on the offer right above here now at 1217.50. And we will be back. So we're offering some more at 1217.50. Stops, by the way, are up here above 1221 on the first 5, and I'll put it a little higher on the second 5, 2150. And that is it. So that's where we are. We've got some sell stops and bounces, and we'll be back in a little bit. Right, again, I've got additional sells here at 1217.50 on bounces, and let's see if we can fill up there. And then I've got stops above 1221 on this entry, on this quick stab here. And if I'm wrong quickly, and we will see. But again, offering some 1217.50. I still think we need to do some work down to that 1212 area, 1209 to 1212, and we'll see if we can continue to roll over here. 648. We are short a little bit at 1215.75 on a breakdown, but it's just kind of hanging here, not really pushing. Volume is very light. All right, we are here at 1750, and we've sold some additional here. We've got the Philly Fed in 10 minutes. That's always the backlash of selling this first half hour, but we're just taking a quick stab, risking here about 4 points. And with the stop over 21 now, we're trading 1218, and we are short. All right, we're sitting here at 1217.50, about where we sold 1675, and we have Philly Fed here in 3 minutes. I think the market's waiting maybe to push one more move up because of the Philly Fed, and we will be back here to see if that is the case here. We've got a number of sell signals. We broke down out of the opening range, and then we got the first 5-minute bar sell signal, but that does not mean it's a lock. It's just they're signals. So that's it. We'll be back and see what happens on the trade. All right, there it is. Philly Fed is out, and it is better than expected, and they're taking them up here. We'll see if the stops get hit, and that'll be it. Again, 10.3 versus forecast 5.1, and we are manufacturing. Great things are happening, and we shall see how this trade finishes. If we do get over this 1221 area, 1230 becomes a pretty easy magnet. So I would look for if this trade breaks out over 1221, and then probably a run to 1230, maybe even 35. All right, the the line in the sand basically here is 1550 and 21. Break out of this range, and that'll tell you your next move. So you can place your bets, long or short here. We are on the short side, as you can see. It's come back down below our entry, but by no means is the trade over. So we're just going to let it play out here and see if it does. We're keeping our stops, maintaining the trade. Nothing has changed. All the economic news is out now, so now the balance of the market needs to figure out: do we need to come back and test that lower area on the intraday overnight action? You know, as you will, 1198 to 1120. That again tends to be in that 1209 to 1212 area. So we'll see if we can come back, and we'll be back with an update. All right, they are testing the breakdown again here that we had talked about, this 1215, and here we go. So if this breaks through here after spending the last 35 minutes in that 15 to 21 area, again, that we should project down to about a 1209, 1212 area. So you know what we're going to do is we're going to put a bid for 5 down here at 1209, and just above it, probably 1210.50, buy another half the position back. Order pending. And that is what we're looking at right now. So again, we are should be in the money on the position now. If the wise thing to do here is probably just to move our stops down to break even, at least on half, and I'm going to do that here at 1216.50. So that is where we are, and we're going to let it go, and we'll be back in a little bit. Again, looking for that 1209, 1210.50 on a push down. Thanks. Okay, we are in the money about 3 points. We're going to move both stops down now and just protect ourselves. We're going to move one to 15.50, and we've got one just slightly above where we sold. So we've got the trade going. It's a free trade. We're looking for, we've got OCO. One cancels the other orders. Basically, they're manualized, but I'll take a little off at 15.50 on a bounce here. We got down just into the 13s. I think we reached 13.75. And again, still looking for this move down to that pivot. I think you just need some patience here, and that trade should play out. Okay, we're pushing down again. I'm going to move half the stops down to 15. So I've got a stop at 12.15. That locks in 1.75 points on half, and then I've got the other stop up here at, I'm going to move it down to 12.15.75. And we'll be back here in a little bit. Again, we've got bids down below us, and we're going to keep moving it down, and hopefully we can ride the good chunk of the trade down to this magnet here at 1210 and 1209. All right, we're going to move stops down to 1214 now on half, and 1215 on the other half. Well, we'll make it 14 and a half. We're not going to let profits go on this trade, and that is where we are. So we're at 14 and 14.50. Back in a little bit to wrap it up. Okay, again, bouncing around here, 13, we got down to the 12s, and I've got stops in, we're at 14 and 14.50 right now, and that'll lock in about 3 points. And we'll see. I still think we're going to hit this lower level, but just trying to be, make sure we take profits here. So trading 13.50. Just waiting for a tick. We're getting a little bit oversold here. Again, after that Philly Fed, really would have been wise just to wait till the Philly Fed, but sometimes it just goes straight down, so you got to have a little skin in the game to make this trade. So it's a winning trade. Again, market is it's not very wide this morning. I still think the bullish case maybe is come back, test that 1209, and then maybe look for a reversal long trade back up later in the day. So that's it. We bought half here at the 1214 area, and I've got to stop in at 1214.50 on the other half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this
Order canceled.
1209 and just bid the lower side and upper side. Whichever hits here, I will kill the other. So again, nice trade. All in all, you're going to pull about 4 points out of this trade, as you can see, and nothing wrong with that. To have a little opening low risk trade. This is what we look to take here at emisttrade.com. And that's a trade. We just bought the second half here at 14.50, so an average of 14 and a quarter. Took off again about 3.5 points out of the trade, and that is the morning trade. Again, I'm still thinking we're going to come back and test this pivot. So always wise if you want to carry a trailer. You can always move your stop to half on the second half. But anyways, that is the trade. Looking for a test of that pivot down here at 1209. Again, check us out over at emisttrade.com, and we will see you a bit later.
Order canceled.
Take out that lower bid, and we are flat for the moment.